being the last day, the last day before we usher in the year of 2025 and see and pay our, is it what do you call it, as we pay our last respects to the year 2024 as it is being buried. It is not yet buried, but it's in the coffin. I want to first start by rejoicing in the Lord, because honestly, when I look back at this year and the events that have happened, honestly, this is something that it is out of the ordinary. Yeah, you see, it is out of the ordinary, and you've got to appreciate the fact that great things have happened from this point, from the first day of 2024. As I am celebrating the year 2024, each and everything that has happened in it, from the word go, from the word start, I realized that this far that I have come because of the God's power. Honestly, I can say that, like, from the first day that everything happened, kumbe it was leading me to this place that I am in right now, this situation that I'm in right now. Right now, I can comfortably say that I have a sense of direction of where I want to go, where I want to reach. I have a sense of, a sense of direction to my destiny right now. I can honestly and genuinely say that, because right now, if you could ask me what really matters to me is my purpose, my happiness, what do I want to achieve with my life? All because I had done some work. Yeah, I went into private moments, and I can comfortably and proudly say, me, I did my best in 2024. Only that I failed in the let me not count the failing part, but this is what I'm going to fix in 2025. You need to learn from your past mistakes. Yeah, but let's start with I am thinking of what happened in this year. I remember a day like this last year. I was at home. All right, I was at home, by the way, and this is the day when, by the way, we were still in a relationship with my with my ex. By the way, who I'm grateful that came into my life, and we didn't end the relationship in a bad blood. Only that, for me, I had to choose what is right for me. Yeah, I just had to go silent. Honestly, this is a person that we get to interact and meet people, and you get to learn their weaknesses, what they are capable of. I had to end it that way without telling her, because I think it was right. So it was on December 2023. I was like, pana, this year I have to end it. Okay, this relationship, I even told her, by the way. Oh, by the way, no wonder I didn't actually officially confirm to her, because I had told her in a text. We were chatting in a Facebook account. By then, our relationship was a bit shaky. Yeah, And I knew for a fact that this relationship won't last for long. However, I decided to just open up. Remember the semester that we are in, I think we were in the first semester by then. The first semester of my first year. I said to her, you know what? The relationship was a bit not going how but however, I'm grateful that it opened my eyes to see what really matters to me in a relationship. Another thing, no, now what really transpired in that day, 31st December 2023? No, it was a casual evening. We used to text each and every day. So I just honestly said to her, you know what? I don't see this relationship working. I don't see anything working here. Yeah? Na sio kwa ubaya, but I think it's now time we just let go and realize that this is not our thing. Yeah? I honestly don't know what I was talking about. I honestly don't know what I was saying. Me, I just felt, you know what, let me just let it out, because I had seen some signs, and these signs had started to show when we left each other on was it on May or even on April. I started to realize that the attention that she used to give me has declined, and you need not to be told twice. You need to know you are intelligent enough to read the signs that something's not right. Yeah, from that point I just, by then I lost interest. So after leaving each other, I think it was on June or something like that, I said to myself, you know what, there are signs that this relationship might not proceed to whatever. When you are in a relationship, you have a vision. You try to paint a picture of what the future will look like, and in a way that compels you to just let me just continue to stay with it in this relationship, because the future you have has already been created, and you are living in those. This is going to happen. Yeah, you are living in that hope that this is going to happen. However, the universe has another plan. And I saw the video yesterday on TikTok, and it was saying that God usually laughs to our plans, like, ha ha ha, you have planned that, ha ha ha, I have another plan for you. So that got to tell you that even as you are planning, involve God in all your plans. I'm not sure if the wind will just but that's the point. You must make sure that everything that you are doing, at least you are consulting God to just give you the answer. Is this the right thing? And by the way, I should do this with my whatever I'm doing right now. I just receive an answer. You are doing right. Continue the same thing. I think it will actually motivate me to even do extra hard, to work extra hard, to put in extra effort, to to have that confidence, to have that, so if this is the right plan, then I pursue it with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my everything. And this is something that we underestimate a lot, involving God in our plans. Yeah. So you see, there's a lot that I've learned. So on that 31st, I told her that it's not possible, and by the way, I noted that she reacted to that news. I'm sorry to say this, but I had to make her have a headache. Okay, from that news, I'm sorry to say that she had a headache that lasted for about 3 days, and because she couldn't believe that I was the one saying this. And on my side, I didn't know what I was doing. However, I just felt, you know what, let me just let this off. That's how things happen. And January caught me, on the first day of January, caught me being single, not in a relationship anymore. You know, I had disconnected from her, although not fully, because we continued with our relationship. Although I knew that this won't last for long. We might try as much as possible to revive it, but it won't last for long. So this is the day. After the 3 days now, she confesses that she has had a headache that has lasted. You know, by then we were still talking, okay, casually, like casually. As we were talking, I asked her, you know, she had told me that she has been having this headache. I asked her, what is the problem? Because the headache has gone too far. Or should I say that the headache has lasted for far much too long? So I said to myself, I actually asked her, what's wrong? What is making you having this headache? She confesses that the day you just told me about that you don't feel like continuing with this relationship is when I started having that headache. I was like, wait the hell, and she loved me though that much that she can have a headache for you know, she couldn't believe. And completely, and I'm sorry for this, but I fully understand her. I completely understand her, Nini. Her. By then, I completely understood her because she's a life path one. She's people's people. Yeah? And she has very deep connections with people. You know, being a life path 6 calls for you to be forging deep relationships with people, and that's where you get your personal traits, such as, you know, you love someone, will wholeheartedly love them. This is something that, you know, I understood, and you know, I didn't tell her immediately, but yeah, I just had to, you know, sit on the side, or even watch from the side. Just watch from far, and, you know, just let the things happen, because I had to go this process. I felt that 2024 is holding something that, you know, is big for me, and which has happened. By the way, I have realized that I now have clarity to my purpose. Now, that is what started in January. By the way, we were getting back to she got back to school, and we met, and, you know, we had a little chit chat. Tried reconnecting, but I knew for a fact that this won't go for long. You know, our plans, odds were just against our reconnection, and I appreciated that, because I think it opened my eyes. Now, back to whatever happened in January. What happened in January, by the way? I remember I just honestly can't remember the January of 2024. What happened in that month? I only can remember that part of the relationship. I think it's on February. This one I decided, you know what, let me go rogue you and try something out. Why don't I just talk about my life in just one video? Now, oh, yes. This is the moment when ChatGPT calls me Kenobi. It's like, by the way, I like that name. I like that name. I think that is what happened in January. Something happened and I changed my name from, Karanja to Kenobi. And I'm grateful for it because I think it opened my other side of myself that I have not experienced, that I had not seen. Let's go back to now February, the preceding month. Is it the preceding or the following month that made a difference? I said to myself, you know what, let me record this diary. Okay, let me record something on the screen and I talk about something. The other day I was casually scrolling or even watching those videos that I had recorded, and I see, okay, much has changed. Much has changed even by perception, even how I think, even how I talk. Many things have happened. Yeah. I decided to record myself, Maxi Felix. Oh, by then I was Kenobi, Maxwell Kenobi. I recorded myself on the screen talking about how I want, how my life has changed. By then I was trying some business out, but I really didn't have that sense of direction. And I didn't have that motivation. Therefore, this was just being done blindly. Yeah, you get the point. Okay, my eyes are a bit, I have some whitish things. It's because I've woken up just some few minutes ago, like 2 hours ago. Yeah. Yesterday I slept at 3, or is it at 4? Watching some movies. Honestly, I can say that I'm not doing something. But anyway, let me just proceed. I'm a bit sleepy, plus I am fucked up. My head is fucked up, by the way. It's a bit fucked up because yesterday I consumed a lot of carbohydrates, bro. And I keep on saying this each and every time. Whenever I eat so many carbohydrates, I tend to just lose my mind. I tend to lose productivity, creativity. And that is why I'm trying as much as possible to avoid carbohydrates. Yes, yet I can't avoid them. I need a person around so that I don't eat that much. It's actually something that is, how do I put this? I think I'm really manifesting. I'm manifesting to be eating carbohydrates and vegetables. Like, I can be eating meat each and every day. I can be eating eggs, 5, and they could be a number, but this now counts on what are there financial resources to support that. That is why I'm working so hard to make sure that this book is published on Amazon. By the way, I'm publishing a book on Amazon. And this book must be completed today because actually it's not very long. So I must format the book today and complete it. Even if it doesn't mean that I'll post it tomorrow or even today. It might be even tomorrow, the first day of 2025. I must post it on Amazon. And then the rest will just be history. I'll now be writing books and posting them on. While all these things, as I am now getting to familiarize myself with forex. I haven't yet come up with a solid strategy that I can be using, but I am looking for it. I'm trying to, understand a pattern where I can be getting into the markets and what I can be doing so that I can exit and now take the profit. But if in my journey to learning forex I'll be making losses, I must appreciate that I'll be making losses. And from that you just learn. Each and every time you learn, you see, this is a process. I must appreciate that this is a process. I must go through it because I need to learn from it. Yeah. So the carbohydrates have messed me up because yesterday I ate a full ugali, by the way, at lunch. A full ugali and usually buy 1 cup of beans for 35 shillings here. I ate all of it at lunch. I can't stay with food looking at me there. That's something that is unique about me. I don't know how to control my appetite. Is it I lack discipline? But I better just having a visual look at the sufurias and even the dishes just makes me know what I need to try this. Yeah, that is what is different about me. Although I must learn how to control that, but I need a person around so that I can control my urges. That's the only way. I need a person around. So did I talk about this? I didn't talk about this. There's a guy who was sitting on this heap of soil. This heap of soil. And I was sitting on just the other side. There's a hilly part and there's now the lower part of the Nini. I have seen this guy sitting on the other side. I think he has been watching me. I have reason to believe that he has been watching me and he wanted me to come there so that I can have a lesson on what I'm talking about. Guy was wrong. Guy was mistaken. The guy was mistaken because he didn't know that I usually reserve my space whenever I'm recording any diary, and you won't hear what I'm talking about unless you just come close by. You just come close and nearby and you'll get to hear what I'm talking about. But unfortunately, I have been seeing him. I don't know if you have spotted me at the first minutes of the diaries. I've been looking on the right but yeah, when it will be exported, when the selfie usually picks the right as the left, so you'll see me looking at the left, you see me looking at the left, and you see that I have been looking at this point. If you check, these diaries are usually for confirming. Okay, they are usually for reference. I'll be looking back and I'll tend to ask, why am I looking at the left each and every time? It's because there was someone here. That's why I'm explaining. There was someone here, and I think I have reasons to believe that this person is living nearby where he can be watching me here. He wanted to come here to confirm that I usually come here and I'm sure he has seen me doing gestures, like moving my hands as if I'm talking to someone, and I do each and every time. Someone who doesn't record this diaries, to them it's a strange thing, and they'll be like, what is this guy? Who is he talking to? Do they know that I'm talking to myself? So yeah, the guy has gone. I've seen him go this manner. And if you have seen me look at the right, it's him. And if you have heard some music playing on the background, that's the person. So yeah, this is something that I'm proud of. On February, I started recording the diaries. Yeah, and from that point, by there, I felt that, oh, by the way, these diaries are good. These diaries are good. Let me just do them. And from that point, I started talking about things. But I remember after schools being closed, or even being closed for the long holiday, I realized, wow, hiya, kumbe I can do diaries. But then that's when the instinct of doing diaries, recording diaries each and every day started. Okay, this where the instincts and even the energy to be doing the diaries and recording whatever is in my mind. Yeah. On June and now on March, I think I proceeded now doing diaries. Although I didn't record them as much, but I did them in shorts, like in not very long videos. Such as I did one for about 10 minutes where I was talking about my life. Okay, I remember the second. I think was it the first or even the second? I think the second. I said that I'm tired living my old life. This old life where by then porn was just my hurdle that I was trying to pass or even to get rid of. Although I didn't specifically mention it, but I said there's a way you can speak suggestively, yet you won't mention the thing. By then I was still struggling to get out of porn. Porn was something that, and right now I can confidently talk about it. By the way, and looking back, by the way, porn is something that if it wouldn't have happened, I can tell you for a fact that I could have passed with A's in my KCSE examination. Because anyway, let me not talk about porn right now in details. Maybe I'll talk about it in another day, for another day. But by then, when I was recording this diary, this is the main challenge that I was facing. It was wasting me. Oh my goodness. You can imagine. And if I will offer an advice to young people, all young people in one meeting, please don't watch porn. Don't watch that shit, because it will get you in a deep hole that before you get out of it, it will require some strength, some effort, some sacrifices, and some, I need to give this up. I need to give up on this thing. Yeah? Now I was trying to get out of this thing. What efforts did I put? Nothing. I just talked about it, and I let my life on autopilot. I was living my life in autopilot. By the time I'm reaching, I don't know, June, was it on June or July, when I completely changed my name, is when now I'm taking charge of my life. Usually when porn and even especially masturbation, when this thing has chained you up, when it has chained you up to be up, when it has pinned you down, I can guarantee you that you won't be yourself. There are demons that are controlling your life, and I knew that for a fact. Spiritually wise, I knew something that this chains that I've been linked to are the ones that are controlling my life. I therefore don't have a say to it. I don't have a say to even my life because I've been taken captive by the evil spirits. By then, that's what I was talking about in that video, although I didn't specifically mention it. But I believed that someone is going to watch my videos. That's why I refrained from watching or even from mentioning whatever was disturbing me by then. I was a bit young and stupid, but I'm a bit wiser right now. I am wise. Yeah, it's by the grace of God. Yeah. So that is what I was struggling with, and I had to come out of it. My diary started there. I realized that I've not been speaking. That is, by the way, it is in March. By this time we are in March. Oh my goodness, I don't have much time. I have only 20 minutes to talk about the years, the months. All of the months that have everything that have happened in 2024. I started recording diaries. These diaries, I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about my ambitions, I'm talking about my feelings. This particular video that I recorded and I talked about, there's something that I missed in my childhood. I didn't have a chance to talk about or even speak too much. And that is why I'm taking these chances. To start now expressing myself in words, to start expressing myself so that naweza jilipishia. What do we call kujilipishia in English? Yeah, I lack the word is not coming, but that's what I was doing what I wasn't able to do in my childhood. Talking. So this way I started. You know what? After doing a couple of diaries, I said to myself, you know what? These 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes when I talk about something, it really isn't offering that satisfaction. However, what if I can commit myself to be recording a diary for that just 30 minutes and talk about what is in my mind? It was the brilliant and the best idea that I came up with. I said to myself, I'll be committing myself to 30 minutes. Okay, talking to my camera. Looking at my camera and talking to it. And I'll be talking about anything that comes to my mind. By then, I think I was keeping some notes on whatever I'll be talking about. Let's say I want to talk about a particular subject. I used to write it somewhere on my notebook. If I go back, I'll see the notes that I was making. I'll talk about this, and this. Right now, I honestly don't have anything particular that I'm talking about, because I've mastered the art of whatever is in my mind, I'll talk about it. But then that is what has enabled me to come this far. This is the year that I started journaling my life, journaling my feelings, being fluent. I can say that right now, if you check this diary from the start to this point, you have realized that I can talk comfortably to people. I can publicly perform public speaking comfortably, and only some areas that need to be improved, such as making the conversation interesting. Yeah, you get the point. Like I need to, integrate humor in my talks to just make the conversation interesting. That's actually what my aim. with Maxi Pride. Just be good at making the conversation interesting. So after this is on March. I remember talking about that. Now on April, I think is when examination are proceeding. I don't remember as such what happened in April, but on May, it's when the decision of staying or even not going at home came into. I think came into my mind, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going home. Let me do something so that I can set up my businesses and I start earning from whatever I was doing. Sikuski nizipige. I think at this point, this when now I've decided, I think this is on May. I decided to activate my plan. So remember, I talked about on May. I think it was still at April, but it was late April. I said to myself, let me tell Dad that I'm not going at home, so that I can continue receiving the Nini upkeep. So for the next 2 months, it was a bit chaotic. When I decided, okay, now let me not go at home, I received, I am glad that they accepted that I should stay at this point, or even at this place for the next, I don't know how many. I said that I'm going to stay for 3 months, but I remember staying here for just 2. They were not completely 2 months, but one. Mimi kwa salama.
Tumata ya happy new year bwana, si ni kesho.
Hiyo.
Nasemaje?
Mimi niko fiti.
Uko fiti? Unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Felix.
Mimi naitwa Peter.
Peter. Nakuonanga?
Ni ng'ombe ya Irene.
Irene.
Unajua Irene?
Simjui.
Mwenye hii shamba yani.
Ni ame
ya kina Kolo. Unajua Kolo? Akina Tony. Wenye hii shamba hii.
Yote?
Unajua?
Siwajui.
Ndio mtu mwenye kwa pale. Mnakuwa na Dimax Isuzu.
Nimeiona. Sijai
Sasa
kusalimia ma.
sasa tumepatana pale, unajua kila mtu ana shughuli yake. Uko lakini
Mimi niko poa kabisa.
Tami niko poa. Nyumbani ni wapi?
Nyumbani hapa tu Nakuru.
Nakuru. Wewe kabla gani?
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Hata mimi ndakwambia tu
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Hata mimi ndakwambia lugha yangu.
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Mimi ni Mturkana. Wewe kabla gani?
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Kwenda huko. Sasa unajua kama watu wanasema wao ni wa Kenya.
Kwa sasa mimi sikwangi tribalistic hivyo.
Kwa nini?
Si kwa ubaya but ni hivyo tunakuanga tu hivyo.
Hapana. Wewe kabla gani? Wewe ni Mkikuyu ama? Unajua hii Kenya ni yetu yote.
Okay. Kwenye nimetoka ni Nakuru. Na naongeanga lugha ya Kikuyu.
Wewe ni Mkikuyu. So ngeta msiyo. Maana ni kupanda. Sasa pale naona nakuonga hivi. Naweza unaelewa? Sasa inafaa tujuane. Wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nani? Mimi Mturkana, mimi natoka Pita, mimi natoka Lodo.
Lodo.
Ama Thompson. Huko Lumutu.
Thompson.
Kama ukipita lugha yako. Najua hii jamaa tulikuwa naye mahali fulani hivi na hivi. Sina kuokoa.
Sana.
Si hivyo? Kitu maana ni kujuana. Ama
kujuana ni vizuri.
Sasa ni ile tunataka tutakane akampia.
Wapi ile picha alikwambia pika huko pamoja na waambia kukunywa maji.
Picha? Sikuchukua, sikukusikia, nilikuwa nasikia kama unaniambia.
Nilikwambia pika mimi ndio hiyo nyama.
But tunaweza kupika.
Na huko pika.
Naweza kupika sasa hivi.
Asa naomba ameenda.
Umeelewa? Tukae pamoja. Bora Mungu. Bora uwai. Kwa maana ni uwai.
Mungu mbele.
Tungojee masaa mangapi? Saa 6 usiku. Mungu anajua. Tuke mwaka.
Tukaa mzuri.
Tuko sawa. Na mimi nikipita hata nikipita hivi kwa njia hivi. Nikilewa. Na umeniona. Unisalimie tu. Hiyo tu. Si ati
na wewe unaishi wapi? Hapa tu.
Nishi
maana mimi nafanyaga kaya hapa. Watu
nakumbuka ulisikia kwa ile jamaa walikufa kwa hiyo pale hapa.
Kwa hii
naona hiyo
hapa.
Hii mawambili.
Mchaga hapo. Hiyo kokota ameona hivi. Watu alikufa
sana. Bila jamaa hata nakwambia.
Najua nini?
Hata hiyo siku. Unaona hiyo siku? Niko na chungo tu hapa hivi. Hawa watu walikuwa hapa karibu 5. Tulikuwa debe moja na jamaa wangapi? 4.
Na urembo moja.
Mrembo moja na jamaa 4.
Ndio.
Sasa wamekuja kupiga maji leo, wangekuja kupiga maji hapa ama waende pale.
Unaona vile mnakaa hivi.
Unaona?
Mwenzako anakusukuma ndani.
Si hivyo.
Ati tupige maji.
Kando ya maji hivi. Unaona? Kateresa. Kateresa.
Yote mbali. Naona hizo maji yote mpaka kukuta huko. Sicheze. Sio rahisi.
Lakini nakutakia ili nyama mwaka mpya yenye mafanikio tu. Mtu Petero ama Petero.
Salamu
Sawa.
mzuri.
Bora uwai.
Huyu ndiye sijamjua jina.
Nani huyu?
Mimi ni Aiso.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Oh.
Isaya.
Mimi ukiniita Felix nitaitika.
Na naishi kwa landikani hapo. Mimi hiyo sio jina yetu.
Hii town yetu hii. Unaona hii? Sisi ni kwenye kusema. Lakini atupiga watu ngeta. Yetu. Atupiga watu ngeta. Mimi tangu wajenge hii stage. Ili jangwa lakini sisi tulianza kama bodaboda baskeli hapa Moi.
Tukukua baskeli ndio bodaboda.
Hivyo nyinyi ni wenyeji.
Sisi ni
Toka zamani.
Lakini ile
naona hata hii town ni wadozi yetu ya Misasa.
Wacha nikwambie kitu moja. Sisi sio yatilia kwenye kusema. Yaani sisi tunatambua hii area. Lakini hatuwezi kuja kupata kupiga ngeta. Unaona? Kwa sababu sisi tuko na watoto. Mimi nikupata hata usiku sina usalama. Ngeta Felix. Poa. Bora wa.
Kesho.
Bora wewe. I love you. Mwaka mpya kula mzuri. Bora Mungu anajua hatujakosana, si ndio? Tumekosana kweli?
Hapana.
Tumeongea.
Tumeongea vizuri sana.
Bora
Bora uhai.
Uwai. Chukua mwata kwa.
Happy New Year.
Hiyo kitu. Una kitu.
Happy New Year mtaki.
Bora uwai. Ndio kwa maisha yangu. Happy New Year. Chukua mwata hapa. Kwa line. Umesikia? Mtu akosea. Ndio mtu fulani. Bora wewe. Felix.
Asante. And happy New Year. Tupatane tu mahali. Hatuna ubaya kweli. Hapana tujisi.
Najua wewe unasoma si ndio? Sasa uje kuibia. Unasoma. Uniambie kiba. Sitakufa. Alafu wewe usafiri. Sisi tukae tu kwa
Amani.
mwenye kujua. I love you. Kumbia. Nikio. Sasa.
Nakuishia hata Okay, wacha. Wow. That was another, I don't know, do I say that it's an intrusion or even interruption? But it's a good interruption, I must say. Was it yesterday that I was talking about God is my shepherd? You know, the same verse that I was talking about. The same verse. Was it yesterday, by the way? I talked about Psalms chapter 21, that God is my shepherd, I shall not want. It was yesterday, actually. Yesterday's diary. It's the same thing that we are just talking about this man. He had some cattle. He had some cattle here on this field. And usually, By the way, this is my first encounter or even interaction with him. I've always recorded diaries on this field, usually on this field, and every time that I interact or even I see him, I don't get a chance to speak with them. I don't know for whatever reasons, but it has happened, by the way. Today we have just met. It by not coincidence, by the way. I don't believe in coincidence nowadays. It's because everything, the synchronicities of life, the synchronicities of the spiritual life, you should not treat them ordinary. You should not treat them casually. Everything happens for a reason. You meet a person right now. There is a reason why you meet them. There is a reason why you have an interaction with them. There is a reason things happen how they happen. Yeah, you get my point. Like, things just can't happen just for the sake of it, and it's because I believe, by the way, if you get to understand, or if you become a spiritual person, you will understand that every little thing that happens in this life, it is not by chance. These are not odds. Yeah, it was not by chance that I woke up at 10, or should I say at 11, let me say it at 10, and I decided to do this diary after maybe 2 hours or even 1 hour 30 minutes after that, after watching that movie. And then I came here and I meet these shepherds. Okay, let me let me put it this way. I meet these livestock managers. Yeah, there were two of them, Isaac and Peter. I've come to know them. I usually see them, yet I don't have that chance to interact and speak with them. By the way, honestly, this is by far the most synchronicity that has happened to this day, because my internal environment is attracting things that I am aligning with, that I'm vibrating on that same level with. No, that is what is important. I've actually picked his number and I've saved it in my contacts. God is great, by the way. God is great. That's what I can say. Each and every morning that I say that, synchronicities happen to me each and every day that aligns with my desires. Higher. I've never had that interaction with them. By the way, I always see them herding or even taking care of this cattle, yet I don't speak with them. Even saying a hi, I've never. It's always my will to do that, but it's only that some situation just, push me towards not doing things. Do I have storage? I doubt not. Let me just continue. I've recorded this for about 50 minutes. Yeah, our interaction has gone for about 15 minutes. So that means 50 minutes. Okay, today will go for long. This will go for long. But I think I'll compress this video. Again, I don't have storage. That's the only problem I have. Hiya, where was I? It was on June. I think on May is when I started now rebranding. I rebranded Maxipie to be another thing. This actually when I changed the logo, I changed the saying. I spent so much time creating the brand video, which is still it's still there in Maxipie when you go to YouTube. It welcomes you. It talks about what is this about this channel. What is why does Maxipie exist? There's a brand video in that. This is where I came up with Storify Legacy, Storify Works, which gave birth to Storify Legacy. Yeah. I meant for this brand or even this company to be educating young men to be the better versions of themselves, but I realized that it's really not my thing. Plus I'm not giving my all because it's not in me. Okay, I let it go. Let me just leave it. Let me leave this to another person, or even other people who are good at motivational speaking, or even giving motivation, psyching up young men, psyching people. I realized it's not in me. I can't motivate you. Okay, I can motivate you, but not to that extent where I am so passionate about it, such that, you see, all this has to yeah. I'm just reminiscing what has just happened right now. He has asked me which tribe that I come from. I was like, okay, it's a bit uncomfortable telling. Okay, nowadays I just find myself not. If someone asks me of my tribe, I'll start. I'm starting to have ish trust with you. So I try as much as possible to refrain from telling people which tribe that I come from. Yeah, as much as possible to just avoid that. And I don't know why they greeted me with such passion, such zeal. We have talked for about 10 minutes. Okay, I'm usually this person who is not conversational. However, I'll chip in some words, I'm not. Let's go back to, was it on June? This when by there I made the changes. Oh, it was on May. This when I rebrand Max Feature Pirated to MaxiPi. I come up with Storyfy Legacy. This when I come up with Maxis Group and Maxis. Yeah, Maxis Group. Maxis. Where was Maxis born? I think it was born either in February or March. With now my partner, that is Eunice, who happened to be doing business and is studying at the School of Annex. Haya, sawa. So after that, on June I create the companies, and on July I think at the end of June I start creating content for MaxiPi. This when I get into GitHub, talked about many things. I had plans for talking about productivity, but I don't know. I got cut short. Rudely got cut short. On July, by the way this happened. This when, okay, the landlord has come and this is not a good time. I don't have the money to pay him. I decide to flee. Flee away. I was like, okay, I can't stay here for longer. And this man has come. If you go back to that last diary that I did on July, although YouTube doesn't give the account of the exact time, but that's the point that, okay, let me go away. There's a gap between the diary that I did on July and the diary that I recorded on, was it on August or September? There's a 2 months or 1 month gap. No. It was after 2 weeks. I think it was after 3 weeks after I went home. I was like, what? I think I missed doing recording diaries. Let me just. Okay, I don't have time. However, I'm willing to continue this diary. Okay, the point that I'm trying to say is I don't have any storage right as per now. I wish I can get another phone that has more storage. And I think I'll go for Redmi 13 Pro. Okay, Redmi 13 Pro. Anyway, 13 Pro. Higher. That has maybe 128 or 256. I just want extra storage. But that's not the point. I remember there's a time that I went to this Duka in a shop in Nakuru, in this mall called West Side Mall, and I asked for the price, or even I asked for a phone that is MIUI 11. MIUI 11, imagine a phone by then. I was like, well, that's a story for another day. I think it's an independent and long story for itself. Higher. So this is on July. I flee away after, realizing that things are not working out how I want. But at least I have established something. At least MaxPi is there, because I spent some time building it, or even building the foundation of it. On August, I've missed this. On June is when we had the first Maandamano that went wild. Yeah, this when the finance bill had been passed, and people are rejecting it. I was part of the rejecting, because it wasn't favoring anyone at all. Car owners, taxpayers in general. Yeah, things happened. I joined the movement. July happened. Things cooled down a bit. August, I think this when the cabinet secretaries were reshuffled. Some new were invited to that cabinet. The opposition joined the many things happened. August, September, this when I joined. No, this when now Moi decides, okay, we are going on a strike. No more learning activities happening. On October, by the end of September is when I'm coming back to school. October for me was just a life changer, by the way. This when I decided, okay, you know what? I have been postponing this for the longest time to become the best version of myself, but this now is necessary. This when I took time now. You know what? I need to fast. I need to do something so that I can free myself from these chains that have been holding me for the past, 8, I can say for 5, 6, let's say for 7 years. I had been addicted to porn. Masturbation was there, chilling. I was like, I'm tired of this life. Let me just build my life from there. Let me rebrand. Let me create a new personality. Let me create a new person. Let me free myself. That is why freedom is actually important to me. So I looked for it and I strived. Went into the silent moment. Actually, it was more than 7 days. Because I remember spending some days before not eating anything. About 3 days not eating anything. My storage is depleted. Let me conclude on this. I don't have... I wish I had more storage, bro. Man. Let me end this. Let me conclude faster in just 2 minutes. October is when my life changed. On November, things happened, and I found myself taking some 3 days off again, because I had not yet completed the process. And November is when get over it now. Get over it, become another person. And from that point, by this is when I established myself. I came into the new me. I'm living the new me based on this month. Based on the foundation of this month. I spent about 7 plus. Okay, I spent some days. I don't want to mention the days, but I really took time to build my spiritual self. Coming back to my the original spiritual self, which I'm proud of, by the way. I am proud that I did the work, because I wanted to be here talking about this if I wouldn't have done the work. I'm proud that I was able to record or even take time, although I didn't record it in my diaries, but there was a gap between. But I talked about this later. This when I cleaned, like sweep everything out of this house, refurbish it, not refurbish it. I did some renovations, fixed. Until now, I'm still in the process, but I'm proud that I'm doing it. I'm able to do it because I am able to do it. Higher on November and now in December is when I've realized that, okay, I need to focus on things that are really important to me. I think this is when I have redefined myself. This is Maxime Felix Kinobi, a responsible leader, an able father. Things happen. In the same year, was it on September, October, November? I think it was on November. I meet my partner. Okay, this is the prayer that I've been pushing. Well, I think it was on August, November, August, October. I'm manifesting. I want to meet my partner this year. Maybe I don't want excuses. I knew. Someone is there. There's a person nearby, but they are a bit far. So I said to myself, I want to meet my partner, and I knew for a fact that it's one of the first years who are going to join this year. I knew that for a fact. One of the first years that are going to join this year is my partner. I knew something was just telling me that. I just don't do things. And that is what I've realized. Even to at that point where I had, I was living in my sinful life, I knew that God is somehow giving me direction on what I'm doing. So this when I realized, okay, my partner is supposed to be joining this year, and for a matter of fact, okay, my storage has depleted completely, so I don't have much time. But let me touch on a bit of Nini. So this is the year that I have met my partner. This is the year that I've been manifesting to have the right person, the right soulmate for me. I don't know if I can see the person behind, but that's the point. I have got to appreciate that this year has been a life changer. This is when I started writing on Facebook. This is the year that I've become aware of myself. This is where I've started to master my internal self. This is when I've learned that manifestation works. This is the year that I've learned of the numbers I had knew last year, because I knew something about life path last year. Or was it this year? I have reasons to believe it is this year. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I got to learn about my spiritual self in a way that, wow, this was in the right time, when I needed to know myself, when I needed to get to master myself. Great things happen, by the way. 2024, I will always be proud of. The mistakes that I've done is I've not been putting enough effort to make sure that thing that I see in my mind, I only have 1 minute to talk about whatever I'm supposed to conclude on. So this is a year that things happened, and I'll always be proud of this year, the year 2024, because it led to the transformation of myself to be a new person who has a sense of direction, a sense of purpose, and The month that I'll be always be proud of. Things have happened in December, but what I'll be proud of is this when I have learned that I've been lacking self-confidence, belief in myself, and that is what actually will just solve all the problems that I've been having. Procrastination, not being able to complete, inconsistency. That's the challenge that I've been having. See, all that you need to you need just to be careful of that, and you need to fix them in 2025. The year 2025, I'm treating it as the year of work, where I know what I'm going for. I'll put in the work as if I am a robot. I don't have any feeling. That aside, I think I end this year at this point, and I give credit to God who has made this happen. It is by His strength, it is by His grace, it's kwa neema yake all these things have happened. I don't take all these things for granted. And at that note, I praise God, I praise Jesus Christ. The Holy Spirit has been with me. I end this year rejoicing in the Lord, because great things have happened in my life. Were it not for Him, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just need to give thanks, because this year has been a game changer for me. So remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until next year, adios.